Hey guys, it's Jim Downs at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and as the title says today, hydraulic wiper motor. If you have a GMC, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, then yeah, they had hydraulic wiper motors. And you'd say, well, what else is it on? I had a '62 Lincoln, had the same wiper motor. It's made by Trico, T-R-I-C-O. Back in the day, there were two companies making wiper stuff, Anco and Trico. Well, they both merged and they just call them Anco now. But back when Trico was doing it, this hydraulic wiper motor was a standard. You say, well, what's it run off of? Well, there are two hydraulic things in your coach. One is, of course, the transmission has hydraulic fluid, transmission fluid, but it's not at a higher pressure. It's only like 40 or 50 pounds or something. This hydraulic fluid is out of the power steering pump, and it's a high pressure. It's high pressure. So what happens is, coming out of the power steering pump goes to your gearbox, your steering box, and there's a hose for that. Then coming out of the gearbox is this hose right here. Now, when you go to your coach, you may find that this hose is original. It looks, it's a cloth covered hose, but if it's a 50-year-old hose, it'd be petrified. Okay, you need to get new hoses. My personal opinion is you should go to a hydraulics place that ask around who works on trucks, tractor trailers, and makes hoses. Okay, take out these two hoses. Now, one of the hoses coming out of the power steering, the pump, is a steel hose going to a rubber hose. Take the steel hose out as well, because you're going to make that a one-piece hose. This is, I believe, an AN6 fitting, right? So this line comes out of the gearbox with pressure still in it, and it takes it over here to the wiper motor. Now, the third hose is a low pressure return hose. This goes back to the pump, to the well, to the pump. This is a standard hose. It doesn't need to be made and have fittings crimped on it like this. This is just a piece of hydraulic hose, Parker hose. They'll have it. It's 3/8. Now, coming from the hoses, you'll see this brass thing here. And it looks like an adapter because it's got a pipe thread going up into here, and it's got the AN6 fitting on here. Well, it's not an adapter. Well, it is, but it does more than that. You take a monkey wrench, or you could use a channel locks. And if yours has a bunch of marks on it, like this one does, you know it's been out. If it doesn't have any marks on it, if it's just all patina of brass, never been out. That's important, because when you take it out, there will be this screen in there. This is your filter screen. It's down in here, and there's a plug. The plug looks like a fitting. I couldn't find it, but it's a plug that fits in there. It holds the screen in. So you want to take this thing out. Now, you could clean it, but my opinion is to get rid of it. Okay, come over here. On the return line, right here, I have a transmission filter, an inline transmission filter. This is an ATP brand, JXT160, I believe. It's a 3/8 in and out. And just basically cut the return line and put this in there. All right, now this can be your filter, and it's on the return side, which I really think is a better place to put it than up here going into the input of the wiper motor. Now you can see, you thread this thing back in there, You put Teflon tape on it. And then you've got your hydraulic line that's going to attach to that. Make sense? These hoses, out of sight, out of mind. Nobody ever thinks about these hoses until they start leaking. I saw a guy on Facebook said, well, my power steering hose is leaking. Should I change it? And people came back with tape it up, put wraps around it and all that. Dude, that's high pressure. It's pretty high pressure. I would get a new hose. And if yours is an old original hose, don't wait. Change that hose. Because if you blow that out, then your power steering pump is going to run dry. Now, if you go a short distance, it may not hurt the pump to run dry, but long distance, you may burn out the pump. So I would change these. This is one of those things. Well, I could say that about anything. This thing's 50 years old. Change everything. But if you haven't changed these, you need to. Now, you say, well, what about this pump? Now, the one that I had on my 62 Lincoln was cool because you had a button, you could push it and it would go swipe one time. It's kind of cool. This thing is a hydraulic mechanical control because it has this cable. And as people know that have the coach, you've got that arm that you move up and down to make the wipers come on and off. Well, that is a unique control. If you ever go in, if it ever doesn't work or anything like that, or if it gets froze up, you need to take the time, take it out of there, clean it up, because there's a little ball in there with a detent ball that holds it in place. I've never seen that anywhere else. The one on my Lincoln wasn't that one, of course. That's that cable. I mean, that handle controls this cable right here. This is your control cable. And this thing right here controls it coming on and off. If it goes in, it turns on. And your cable, when you push it, it pushes it off. Now, have you ever had the problem where you're driving along and the wipers go, you wait 5 more minutes and you ever had that? Well, right here is a 1/4 inch screw. And it sets where the cable is. And if this is all the way out, it's not touching that pin right there. Pushing this pin right here is what causes the wiper motor to work. If this is completely off that pin, and it still does that, that means you have a bypass in your motor and you need to get it fixed. You say, well, where do I get that fixed? And I'll tell you, when I had the Lincoln, there's a place in Florida called Lincoln Land. And I called them, where do I get it fixed? They had no idea. They were robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I would imagine by now that Peter's pretty pissed off. So, where do you get them fixed? Jeff Serum down in Okeechobee. His phone number is 863-763-1121. Jeff rebuilds these. There was a guy in Atlanta that had the paddle seal made. It's up in here. And he passed it on to Alex, Jeff's dad, and Alex passed it on to Jeff. But Jeff is rebuilding these. Now, do you just take it off and get it rebuilt? Well, I don't know, maybe, because I don't know how much longer Jeff's going to be rebuilding these. But they're pretty reliable. I mean, this one's on JG here. This is 50 years old. It runs perfect. So this hydraulic motor is a very, very good motor. But depending on where you're at with it and what you're going to do, if you're going to do a full restoration, it may not be a bad idea to have it built. Now, there's another wiper motor. There's an electric kit that a gentleman in Georgia, in Americus, Georgia, built, and it really works pretty well. But you know how everything is, you say the only thing is, you say that about everything. The only thing is, well, that's probably not true because everything is the only thing. But the one thing about that electric motor bothers me is the motor itself is weatherproof because it's a wiper motor from some other thing, but it is not weatherproof. waterproof. And when it rains, it is like a hurricane in here. And I have seen those electric wiper motors fail. And when it fails, it goes crazy. Guy called me one time, says, it's possessed. The wipers won't stop. So he went and unplugged it. If you do get the electric wiper motor, be sure that you have the part number to replace the motor. Now, when you buy the electric one, it doesn't come with the motor because you're going to go buy it and then you're going to have a warranty if it goes out. So it's no big deal, okay? But eventually we may all have to go to it if these can't be rebuilt. But that's the only thing you got to watch out for. Make sense? All right. You say, why do they put a hydraulic wiper motor in here? Well, you might say because they could, but I think the reason they did is because these wiper blades, the original blades were actually truck wiper blades. Trico 52-20. Anco uses the same number. This is a Lumina modification, but it's a long arm. And I'm sure the electric motors today on the Lumina were a lot stronger than they were in the past. But in the past, a wiper motor that long, they had to use hydraulics. And my guess is, I don't know, I gotta go look at tractor trailers, but my guess is they were hydraulic too, because about everything else on that truck is hydraulic. Well, I hope this gives you a little bit of input on these wipers. I'll tell you something else about these motorhomes. Because of the aerodynamics of this windshield, if you use Rain-X, over 35 miles an hour, all the water goes away. I ran one of my coaches for, God, it must have been 4 or 5 years. Wipers never worked. Didn't even have a switch on the dash. I used Rain-X. Could do that too. Just depends on where you're at. Well, look, it's been hot this summer. I've had to put on hold that bedroom refinish a little bit. Just bear with me on that. If you're in the middle of that, go do something else or give me a call. I'll help you through it personally. But it's just too dang hot out here, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. I'm away from all the infusions and stuff, so I'm gonna be getting better as I go. But it's just dadgum hot. It's out here. I know it's hot up north too. I'm not just saying Florida. It's hot everywhere. It could just be me. It just could just be me. But, hey, listen, look at this. Look at this hat. Can you believe? Back at the ranch, I found this hat. This is one of Jim K's final drive hats, 355 and 370. Now they got the limited slip. But yeah, this is in the annals of things. Thank you, Jim, for the hat. Look, and by the way, if you do want to change your final drives, I ain't got a 355 because I'm a flatlander, and I didn't see myself towing at the time. But a 355 works real good at towing, but it's more of a flatland. What we found was the 370 gear that he came up with for today. When you're driving a 50-year-old motorhome, you don't want to drive that thing 85 miles an hour. Well, wait. If you do, keep the 307 gear. You're going to need it. But if you put a 370 in, you'll top it out. You'll feel bad about the motor about 65 miles an hour, but don't go faster than that. Remember, you're driving an antique. What parts could fall off? You don't know. So anyway, it's a little bit about the differentials. All right, well, look, I hope this helps you on the wipers. If you have any questions or anything like that, there's other things involved. There's levers and things in here. If you have any problems with it, let me know. No, there aren't any parts available for this system anymore. It's going to be big bar and steel, or go to junkyards or whatever. But still is a good system. All right, so next time I see you, if I come up to your coach, you need to have some marks on this thing here, because you need to pull this out and at least clean this screen filter right here. Okay? If you don't, you're going to go in the back of the ranch. All right. Look, thanks for your support. If you feel these videos are of any value, become a ranch hand. I know a lot of people look for your your attention to things like that. But if you have a GMC motorhome, trust me, brother, you may need me at one point or another, and I'm here for you. All right, thanks a lot. This will go in the database, so if anybody asks you about wiper motors or anything like that, send them on in. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.